All right, hi everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Roleplay, the D&D show that
Hey.
forces my players just to roll with it. I'm DM Dan. Hi, how's it going? Oh man, I'm so excited for today. I love this. This is
Nah.
great. I'm like, nah, it's fine. Episode 9, we're almost in double digits. That's very exciting. Love it. Let's just get right to it. Get to meet the players again. Just talk about whatever you want. Cal, what's up? How you doing?
Um, Things are good.
Cool.
I'm so very tired though. So if I keep yawning, I apologize.
I'll wake you up. Don't worry.
I
How dare.
anticipate that happening. I was thinking about playing all day today while I was at work, and I'm just excited for what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But one thing that I was thinking about is Oz looks like a giant brain thing, and that is very conspicuous. And if someone is looking for us to cause us harm, that's a bad thing. But then on the other hand, in order to not look like this, Oz is going to have to kill somebody or something.
Yes.
So it's this horrible back and forth. So
Yeah, I'm curious to see what you're going to do. I mean, I think it adds another layer to the game, right? Because you don't know your alignment yet.
mental torment.
That's an alignment, yeah. But yeah, again, like for people, I sound like broken record, but for people that are new to the show, our players don't know everything about their characters. Some things have been revealed, but for the most part, there's a lot of mystery still there. So, for example, Cal doesn't know if they're good, evil, neutral, just don't care. We just know it's just mental torment right now. So, yeah, I guess you just kind of have to play with it a little bit and see what happens if you choose to. But anything else want to mention or good to
Not
go?
really. Looking forward to it.
It's good to see you again, by the way.
Me too.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Dennis. How you doing? Good. Anything you wanted to talk about? Anything with characters? Just personally, how you feeling? How you doing?
I am interested in getting to know, not getting to know, but like learning more about the music player dude, Justin.
Oh yes, the butcher, right?
Yeah, and
Yes.
the what he knows about me.
Yeah.
Also the white cat.
Yes, that's where we ended it last time in that cliffhanger.
So
Cool.
yeah, I'm interested to see what this conversation's gonna be like.
I think it's gonna be interesting. I guess we're gonna see. We're gonna start off with that. But also you play Crick, right? Perfect. All right. Sounds good.
Sorry, I distracted him. I'm sorry.
Jeez, Kimarie.
I know. He plays Craig. He's sitting right next to me. That's my husband,
Okay.
if anybody didn't know that.
Oh, there you go. Secret plot twist.
Allegedly. We don't know. They moved away. We don't know what they do.
So, Kimarie, how are you doing? Tell us about your character, yourself, anything you wanted to mention.
It's great. I'm doing good. I play Miki. I had a lot of fun going around and meeting everybody. I'm excited to start working on the bar and start crafting some concoctions and kind of see what they have up in the north ward that we're in. And I'm excited to see what everybody else is gonna do this time around, because there's some quests people have to go on, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
A lot of interesting stuff unfolding, a lot of side quests, a lot of
Yes. I also
interesting
think
things.
I'm a bunny.
You think I'm a bunny? Yes. A Haragon, right?
I'm not sure, but I'm still gonna just say bunny.
Because of the ears that I forgot her name already. the courthouse kitty.
Yeah, Dolores or something.
No, I know that's not it, but that's okay.
Alana? Was it Alana?
That's a really good
Courthouse?
question.
Courthouse lady.
Courthouse
Good
lady.
question.
Oh, it's
Courthouse lady.
Kylan Silverknife.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
Kylan.
Kylan, that's right.
Yes,
Mhm.
kind of the name. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks, Kimarie. Justin, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we always like your shirts and hats. I think it's a good.
There's no
Yeah.
consistency. I just wear
That's
whatever. So don't expect a huge wardrobe from me.
That's okay. So yeah, tell us about your character a little bit, or anything else you want to talk about.
So the only thing that really happened the last session was me getting invited to potentially join a guild that you had mentioned in previous sessions. So it's interesting to think that I'm already being recruited and stalked by Drow. So I guess that's flattering.
Yeah.
Nothing like being stalked by a quartet of men.
I mean, maybe your character likes it. I don't know. We haven't revealed that yet.
Well, I mean, you putting mystery on mystery doesn't help me, Dan, because I don't know. Thank you,
Wait.
though.
Oh, you're so
The thoughts
welcome.
matter. But
So
no, I'm
good.
excited to find out what we're gonna do this session. I mean, I have an idea of things that I might want to do depending on, what the rest of the party does, but
Mhm. Yes.
you guys won't know, so don't worry about it.
It'll be a good time to do your own things if you want to, or just do them together. I mean, there's a lot of side quests. We got Oz's little side quest with the City of the Dead to get some answers, perhaps. And then Justin, got a side quest to steal a handkerchief from a noble and give it to a girl in the crate. So
I also like to wear red heels even when I'm in the sewer.
it's true. It still works for you. It's fine.
Does it?
I make a DM call. It's just looking fabulous all the time.
I hope I don't have to roll with disadvantage because of the clicks.
We'll see.
Just saying, I don't want to announce my presence that much.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe they're enchanted like Oz's armor.
Maybe they're a silent heel.
Unless you
Silent
wanted
heel.
to. It's got a
You
voice
got it.
command.
That's good.
Yeah.
You get
Oh,
cuffs for
yeah.
that.
Oh, there's no place like silence. There's no place like silence. There's no place like silence.
You get a dog companion next to you. Yeah.
Name silence.
I love it. So before we get into the episode, just a couple announcements. I spoke with Kimarie in regards to a special rat pack ability that allows Mickey to stun an enemy equal to their character level rounded down. So right now, Mickey's character level is level 2, so they can use that stunning ability once every long rest, and they have to have 3 rats on them, and the enemy has to make a Constitution saving throw. And if they fail, because I have Mickey's special DC, then they are stunned for the turn, so they can't take any actions or reactions. And also, very exciting news, we just upgraded our Twitch to Twitch Turbo. Woo! Okay, I am excited. So, woo, there we go. Wonderful. So, we wanted to have people, especially because we live busy lives, you guys live busy lives. It's hard to kind of keep up with the story as time goes on. So, moving forward, our videos should be on our Twitch channel for up to 60 days, from what I understand, which should give us more time to upload previous edited episodes on our YouTube page. So then that way you're not fall behind a few episodes, because that way you can keep up, because it is a lot of information and we want everyone to make sure they can enjoy it at their own pace.
I think it is starting from today on, though.
Today
I
on,
don't
right?
think I don't think it's any of the past episodes. So.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Just
Sorry,
saying,
that's
from
what
today
now
on,
yeah.
they will be available 60 days.
I'll work on
From now on,
this.
thank you. Love it. Yeah, because we're continuing to grow, guys. We're only episode 9, but it feels like we've done so much already. But yeah, speaking of, why don't we just go in? Why don't we roll into tonight's episode of Roleplay? Roleplay. So, in our last episode, our players, going by the alias the Johnsons, continued exploring their neighbors in Troll School Alley. They met with Emberick and Avi, a water and fire genasi couple that owns the Steam and Steel, which is a weapons, armory, and blacksmithing shop. Semina purchased a new rapier with a black hilt on it and some studded leather, while Craig purchased a new giant meat tenderizer, getting custom made. At a cost, by the way, because Avi and Emberick were nice. After that, the Johnsons went to the Bent and Nail and met Tally Felbranch, a carpenter and woodsman that makes furniture, wooden shields, and weapons. Our players sold him their paintings and ingots from the Zentarum warehouse and racked up enough dragon to purchase a full renovation of their new home, Trollskull Manor. After meeting the neighbors, our players went back to the manor and found a skeleton stuffed into a wine barrel in the cellar. The skeleton belonged to their new ghost friend, Liv. while discussing a place to bury Lith, a gentleman by the name of JB Nevercut came by and requested to meet with Zymena. It was revealed that JB's men had followed the group and know of their recent history. JB was interested in recruiting Zymena to be part of the Dragon Heist, a faction in Waterdeep that deal with espionage, undercover dealings, and restoring economic balance when it's deemed necessary. He gave her the quest of taking a handkerchief from a Waterdevian noble and giving it to a tiefling girl living in a crate. Later on in the day, our players were visited by someone named Justin Rask, the representative of the Butchers Guild. He was also Durnan's main point of contact in regards to meat shipments to the Yawning Portal, so he knew Craig very well. Justin has a nice conversation with Craig and just reminds him not to screw him over, respectfully. We then ended our episode with our players going to sleep and Craig waking up to find a white cat on his chest about to speak to him in common. So that's where we left off. Now, so, just something to keep in mind. I don't see down as on the video, but you guys, I will let you know, you don't have any locks on your doors. Yeah, because you have no reservations yet. It is, actually, before we start, actually, let me move this to Trollskull Manor. And then I want to show you guys, I found a handout for you guys of what the manor looks like.
Oh my god.
Just like from the outside, just like a nice little art piece so that everyone can see it too. So let's take a look here. Let me know when you guys see. Yep, there you go.
You just get there.
So as you can see, it's pretty dilapidated. Very nice on the outside, but again, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but luckily you racked up enough dragon to work on that.
I like it.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
It's very
Moss
cool.
is good for the texture. It's a good thing.
So, I don't know if Craig is there or not, but what I am going to do is reveal what the cat says. Oh, hi, Craig. Okay, great. So I'm going to reveal what the cat says, and the cat's looking at you, and its mouth is open wide. It almost looks ghostly, but it's not a ghost. It's just very white compared to this very dark room that you're in, because again, you don't have any major lighting but candles. So the cat opens its mouth and looks at you just without blinking, and you hear kind of like a deep, raspy voice saying, "Outlawing farms are being terrorized by a scarecrow come to life. It has slaughtered livestock, chased horses, and spooked farmers. No people have been killed yet, so the city guard is dragging its heels. Something must be done. Oh, and this is Melanor from the Emerald Enclave. We knew you guys from the barn. We haven't talked much, but the cat's just still, the open mouth is there, but it's just like on me a message. Yeah, if you're interested in joining the Emerald Enclave, come meet us at Falconmere in the Southern Ward. I'll describe it to you." And then he describes what appears to be like a nice house in the Southern Ward. If you're interested, if you go to the Waterdeep Interactable map, I can spell the name for you. It's PHAULKO.
Got it.
Okay. NMERE, just in case you wanted to write it down. But yeah. That's, and then the cat just gives one long blanket to you, Craig, and goes, I don't know if you can hear me.
I didn't hear that last
Yeah,
part.
the cat goes, I guess it can't meow in the mic. That's weird. Well, it goes meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. And then just kind of trots off and kind of escapes through the window. And just goes on its merry way.
Well,
That
think about
happens.
that, Craig. You got woken up for. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but
Did the rest? Did everybody else? Or am I in the room by myself?
Yes, I would
Okay.
think so, because each of you have your own rooms now where you can sleep on your own, which is a nice change of pace. Because you guys are not used to that yet. Even though it's kind of weird, kind of staying at an old house that is like broken essentially. Like you got new bedding and you have your own privacy, which is really nice. It's a good thing.
Literally on the other side of town.
Yeah. So the only person that would be on the same floor as you, Craig, would be Zymina, and she is in the other room. So like your bed is here, Zymina's room is here. And pretty much it wasn't like loud and booming like thaumaturgy, but it basically was just it was a little unsettling, and then it's like out of all the times, why in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
I suppose I'm gonna find the closest person and let them know that I got a message from Eleanor.
Sure. So I would say the closest person would be Zymina. Because they're on the floor. So you're gonna wake Zymina up, or how are you gonna approach this?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on Zymina's door and I'm gonna tell them about the cat message.
Sure. You knock at the door, and then the door's hinges fall off and knock
The
down
whole
as
door
you
falls into my room.
Mhm. And then you
I'm
just have
so
your
sorry, I did not mean to intrude.
Can I just roll to be asleep and just not care?
I mean, sure. Why don't you roll just a perception check at disadvantage because you're asleep?
The perception check at disadvantage. I want to see how unbothered I am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I rolled a 5.
Okay, your eye is like your eyes are still closed, but you're in that weird dream state of what you're like. I'm kind of conscious and like I know I'm here, but like I know I'm not 100% there yet. It's like you're aware, but you're just like you don't know what happened. You just lost your dream sequence.
Not my dream sequence. So which I wake up to. Oh, you want me to choke you harder? And then here's
That's
that.
exactly it.
And she like just and stares up at the doorway. And it was such a nice dream. Why did you have to break my door?
I just knocked on it and it fell.
Well, doors don't normally fall when you knock on them, so are you
Well-
sure you didn't punch it? She just like tilts her head staring at you. The pure whites of her eyes just glowing as she tries to not be
Somebody
mad.
take the hinges off your door, because all I did was knock.
You know what? It's an old, dilapidated manor for right now. Let's just move forward. What can I help you with, Craig?
So, white cat came in my room and
Wow,
laid on
you got
my-
pussy? Had to. And she
It
kind of
was
props herself up, her chin resting on her fist as she's just staring at you full intent. Just
It was a message from Melanor of the Emerald Enclave.
oh. And what was the
saying
message?
that they have work for us if we so choose. There's a problem that the city guard is ignoring. So it seemed fairly important, or at least they were making a big deal of it.
Do I have a window in my room? I'm assuming you do, but I don't know.
You have 3. So you have 2 bedroom windows on the left. I'm sorry, the west and the south. And then you have a nice window near your bathtub.
I mean, it kind of just
Especially when you need to show off.
turns to look at outside the window. It's in the middle of the night, right? Like we probably
Yeah,
we've already been asleep. We've already been asleep for a while, right?
you have, I probably wouldn't say you haven't gone your full 8 hours yet, but it's like 3 in the morning.
She just slowly turns back to Craig and just goes, "Well, if no one's died, why did we have to wake up so early in the morning for the message?"
I'm sorry. It was just rather alarming to have a white cat talking to me.
And she does like a once-over, like she looks at your feet all the way up to your head. That's like, you're leaning into her room and she goes, "That's the strangest thing you've seen?" And then gestures to herself with the horns.
I've grown used to your appearance. It wasn't like it was a tabaxi. It was a regular house cat, just talking.
Oh, if only it was a full tabaxi. That would have been so nice for you, Craig. Well, I suppose we can deal with this in the morning, unless you wanted to go about it in the middle of the night. And she kind of just like stares around the room
It
as
just
if she's
felt
ready
like
to get
somebody
going.
should know.
I'm so sorry, Dennis. I mean, it's not-
Craig, are you feeling about that? Like, I would say, like, I mean, you've known Zymina for some time, and you know their personality. They're kind of poking fun at you a little bit. Are you a little frustrated that you can't really, I don't know, like you kind of hate the little game that she's playing a little bit? Like, how do you feel right now? Slightly annoyed because it's in the morning, so early in the morning, waking up by a cat, and now she's giving you sass and talking about pussy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I fear I may be slightly making a bigger deal about this than it actually is. So, there's
I mean,
also
out of game, it's fine.
there's a slight bit of feeling ashamed when possibly this could have waited till the morning.
Okay.
Again, so sorry.
I will say, what during the conversation happened, Zymina's room got a little bit warmer, but as time went on, it just became room temperature. It's just like a light, like if you're passing like a heat lamp at a diner, or just something like that. Like it was just like you sensed it, but then it just kind of went away within like a few seconds.
All right.
So you're going back to sleep then, Craig? You too, Zymina?
I mean, if he has
Yes.
anything else that he would like to continue talking about, like she'll continue to entertain it. Just she's just trying to find the reason that her door is knocked in.
I guess
Because we live in a dump.
Right, but
as far as I was concerned, I knocked lightly. If I did knock harder than that, I'm not aware of it.
You knocked lightly, and with your just easy strength and how poor the door was hinged, it just happened.
So I didn't realize my own strength. Okay.
A little bit,
That's
but the
fair.
door's still pretty
yeah,
broken too.
wrecked.
Yep. Literally.
I try to prop the door back up.
Sure.
Maybe not on its hinges, but enough to separate.
Yeah. Could you do just a straight intelligence check for me, please?
Just observing. I haven't really moved. I'm just.
No, just looking over.
Are we traveling
Turned
with
onto her side.
Hagrid? Like, is that who we're traveling with? Is Hagrid? Like,
No, hey, it's great.
Or
I like it.
Sully.
I got a
Sully from
3.
Officer.
Three.
Oh, no.
Okay. So you stand the door back up, and it's right underneath the threshold, and yeah, you should be good to go.
Wait,
What's my perception of this?
You're still pretty groggy, Zymina.
Oh no.
I mean, if you really want to check it out, you can roll
No.
a perception check, but yeah.
I think she'll just deal with it in the morning, and she just calls out, "Thank you, Craig. We'll talk in the morning. I'm so sorry if I poked too much fun." With a kind of like a, as she kind of like rolls back over to go to bed.
it's fine. Good night.
So sorry, Dennis. I just feel like how that would have. That's how she might have done it.
So-
It is.
No, I loved it. It was good. So morning starts. Nice and sunny day. Birds chirping, but I mean like crows cawing because there's really no big birds here near Trolsco Manor, just a couple crows. All of you get your spells back if you need to have it. All your abilities back that require a long rest you get back to full health. All of your hit die are restored too. So it's around, say, like 8 in the morning. And how do you guys start your day?
Do I even make it past my door without dying?
So you go and open your door, right?
Yeah.
You go open it, and then it falls on the other side. And it's pretty loud, and then just like you hear like cracking in the floor as well. There's no dust because like Lyft did a good job like not making sure any dust is on the floor, but you have to be careful walking around this area from now on. So, I mean, there is a door connected to your bathroom, but just be mindful that it may not be as sturdy as it is right now.
Well, as long as I'm not wearing 50-pound heels, I think I'll be okay. And she just kind of... Oh, well,
That
it'll get fixed eventually.
So, are you walking through that way?
She'll take her chances, just being careful.
Sure. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh, Craig, help you. I'm very tired. That's a 4.
Oh no. So what happens is
Here we go.
you're like, okay, you're still recovering. You're not a morning person.
Okay.
Okay. So like you're getting started the day. Like you went to your bathroom and washed your face a little bit, whatever water you can find, and you're all ready and like, okay, let's start this day. You walk. The floor gives in on top of the door. And
Like,
falls
oh, no.
that whole section, and you land right outside Oz's door. And you take
Oh, God.
3 points of bludgeoning damage as you just hit hard on your back, just laying on that now even more of a broken door right outside Oz. And Oz, you are just you think like something's like attacking you at this point because like you boom right outside your door.
Oz opens their door to look like what the heck is happening. Are you okay?
Well, I'm just practicing what Miki wanted me to do in the evening as she just sits there laying on her back staring up at the hole in the ceiling. Today's gonna be a great day. She just stays there for a moment, just...
Do you need help?
No, I'll give myself a moment and then I'll meet you guys downstairs.
Okay. And Oz just slowly closes the door back up.
Oh, you stayed inside your room?
Well, I can't get out that door, so I gotta go to the other door.
I suppose, unless you want to risk falling through with me too, you never know.
It does. I will let you know. It does look a bit cracked from where you are, Oz.
Great.
Where that area is.
Well, thankfully... Oh no, that is the only door. No!
I mean...
Unless I want to crawl through the fireplace.
I mean...
Well...
It is a little cracked, unless if, I don't know how you want to go about this. Let me take a look and see.
I think Oz is just gonna finish getting ready, and then like after a short span of time, open the door back up and see if Ximena is ready to move. Because I imagine that with Oz's current rotund body, there's no way they're gonna be able to just walk past while Ximena is laying on the floor.
It's gonna be quite a challenge. You're most likely going to have
to maneuver
around.
Yeah.
So
I'll say eventually she would move out of the way, noticing that that's your only way to leave, and not having to want to fall through the floor again.
Yeah.
She kind of rollovers and army shuffles to a safer part of the floor before standing up, and then kind of
slowly
brushes
bring her.
herself off, just going, and all this over a talking pussy. And she starts walking down the steps, like, very, like, angrily, but not, like, very aggressive, because she's very afraid of the floor right now.
Of course.
But you can tell she's mad.
I was like, wait, what? Where are the stairs on this floor?
So,
Like,
there
do we have to
is.
go like all the way around here to get to
Yes.
stairs and go through
Mhm.
here?
Yep. So you can go outside this way, or then go inside and then go down the stairs here. But your only way at the moment, unless if you want to hop out the window and go on the roof here, you can try that.
I really don't think there'd be much hopping as far as rolling / falling. So
I mean, intellective hours can still move, and plus you're still yourself, and just you're in your form. It's just you're looking like a brain dog, so you can still move like your dex is the same. Everything else, your stats are the same.
okay, well then
That's up to you.
so I'll try to go out my door.
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Yeah. Am I going to regret this? Maybe. Okay. Start with this one.
Okay.
That's a 10.
10. Okay.
10.
So the cracked door is still there, and you're kind of like taking your time to get out of there. You hear it starting to fall, and then you skitter and quickly. Yeah, the door still falls through the floor and then lands right by the fireplace here. But you're fine.
All right. Sweet.
So, yeah, Miki, Craig, what are you guys doing after hearing all this? Okay.
I put a square. I put a no. Sorry, I put a square where the door should be, just so we can remember.
Oh,
it's
okay.
there.
Oh, cool.
It's fine. Yeah. No worries. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Miki's definitely going to. I feel like he would be startled awake. By the noise. The rats are kind of scurrying as they're kind of scared, and so I would try to, like, tell them, like, I'm sure it's gonna be okay. You guys just stay here, and I'll go check it out. So I will cautiously make my way down the stairs,
Sure.
and I can kind of picture Miki, like, looking from the 3rd floor, looking through the hole all the way down, and be like, what the heck happened? Looking through the hole cautiously and gingerly.
No, exactly. Craig, are you joining downstairs too, I assume? With the group?
I'm downstairs.
Zaimina, I saw you went outside to go inside, right?
Yeah, I thought you said the upper quarters were like separated.
Exactly. You notice there's 2 people outside of your building. You see, if I can change a couple things here. This person here, this person here. And then we'll do this. This is, you see an older gentleman at first. Seems pretty royal. He has kind of like a scowl on his face.
Not the old man.
Wrinkles, holding a book with, his like green brown robes. And then you see a younger tiefling woman kind of like writing vigorously in her book. It doesn't show in the picture, but she also has spectacles
Okay.
as well. So she has like big glasses. And she's just writing vigorously in her book, not really looking up. And then the guy is just shaking his head, and then just sees you coming down.
And she just like looks up at the sky, looks around, realizes that they're probably there for something else with them, so she will walk up to them and just goes, "Well, good morning. Is there anything we can help you with? Are you looking for anything in particular?" With kind of like a light smile, wincing at the 3 damage of pain she took just moments ago.
The gentleman looks at you, still with a scowl, and says, "No, name is Hammond Craddock, and I'm part of the Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers Guild. I supply your alcohol and all the other fancy drinks that you look to have in your tavern. I heard a loud noise. Is everything okay? Did I put my investments into something that is not going to kill?"
Well, I mean, it's only been 1 day. We've really just cleaned up the inside, so it's still very much an old building. But eventually we will have the Carpenters Guild and the like come in to take care of any infrastructure issues that we might continue to have in the next day or so, but I don't foresee any trouble at all.
And then Hammond talks to the tiefling and says, "Ginny, read that back to me." 1 day inside's clean, sir." Okay. We should take full conversations. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm Ginny, by the way. Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you as well.
May we come in?
Well, but of course. She'll kind of like slink in front of them, heading towards the front door. And before opening the door, she kind of turns to face them again and just goes, "I understand, what guild you're from, but is there any particular reason you're here? Is it just to see if your investments are going to be worth it, or anything else that, we just need to know to clear the air?"
Well, if there's new spirits offered in the month, I'll let you guys know. You've paid for our services to get this tavern up and running. So it's only fitting that we come here to see what our spirits are going towards and go from there. I heard of Tosco Manor has a long history, and we're here just to kind of see what improvements have been made, because we know it's been quite dire.
Oh, believe me, we were awful shocked when we discovered it in such disrepair only yesterday. So you'll have to forgive us for not doing more in half a day, but rest assured, we'll definitely get it to top tier levels.
I need to speak to your bartender.
Oh, of course. And she kind of, in her mind, hoping to God the rats are not around, as she opens the door and steps in and calls out for everyone, or anyone who is in there already, and asks for Miki.
Oh,
Assuming, I don't know if you guys got down there before she did or not, but
I would say maybe in the process.
so
Maybe.
in the process of you talking,
Yeah.
I would get down. As soon as they enter, I have Bruno and Stella with me, so I'll tell them to go into my pockets.
Okay.
Yeah, just FYI, I think that'll be a constant thing. I will always, like, unless it's like,
Bruno and Stella with
I'm
you?
always probably going to be carrying Bruno and Stella with me, and I'll just, like, let you know if I'm not carrying them, but that's going to be
Sure.
kind of a constant thing since they're the ones that are most dedicated to me.
Sure, and also to use your ability, you would need to have 3 rats on you
I
total.
would need to have 3, yep.
So is there another rat you wanted to add to the mix? Or did you just want to stick with 2 for now?
I'm just going to stick with 2 for now.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
So you make your way downstairs. He looks at you and gives a little bit of a like a wide eye and a raised eyebrow, like, "This is the bartender?"
Yeah, I know I don't look like your typical bartender, but I make a damn good drink. So, what can I do you for?
Well, don't really need anything. I'm here to come as a courtesy to let you know who I am and let you know who's supplying your liquor.
Oh, good,
Yes.
it's you.
Yes, he's looking to see if his investments will be worthwhile, so I figured perhaps you'd be able to show him exactly what you can do with various types of liquor. As she kind of is like, it's too early.
Oz like tries to nonchalantly just go into the kitchen.
Are you trying to stealth away from him?
Maybe a little.
Roll a stealth check for me, please.
Damn it.
The giant brain doing a stealth check.
Work.
That's another 10.
Consistent.
Keep it consistent.
Yeah. Perfectly average.
You make your way down the stairs, and you're slowly and kind of sheepishly kind of like hiding behind the fireplace. You're going at a slow pace, and while you're going at a slow pace, Ginny and Hammond already notice you just going slow. And Hammond.
I
and
assumed
Ginny's-
I was
so
already in
Hammond-
the
Ginny's
room. Had
writing
I...
down notes.
Oh no.
If I was still on the stairs, then I would have just turned back around. But I thought I was already in the room.
He rolled a 17 to see you without any bonuses. So you were very. Unless if you really rolled a high stealth,
Yeah.
I would have just given it to you, but it was, yeah.
That's
So
fair.
he looks at Miki. What's your clientele? Creatures from the Undermountain?
I mean, we have some here and there. You know, they like a good, strong stout. So we have, the drow, the dwarves. I mean, in my last place, we kind of served all types of people. So I feel like I can, definitely have a little bit of higher class here in the North Ward, and I'm preparing to, serve all people, but with class. You understand what I'm saying?
You're asking me if I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, you look like you have class, so I would assume you know what class is all about.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect that if I'm delivering liquor and any type of other materials needed for your concoctions, that is of the highest caliber.
Absolutely.
That is why, Ginny, fetch the bottles. I'm going to have you make a drink in front of me right now.
Absolutely. Not a problem.
What's your special?
For you?
What's your signature drink for you? I want you to make your best drink in front of me. Tell me what you need.
Well, cherry liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy whipping cream.
Easy.
Sprite.
What is this, a freaking playground?
It happens to be the best.
Can't normally get Sprite here. It's international. It's from another country.
That's what makes it so unique.
Mm-hmm.
And high class.
It was a band from Neverwinter. How do you get this?
I have my ways.
Mm-hmm. Miki,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna reveal how you get your Sprite.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Oh, how do I?
A little. I'm not gonna super spoil it, but the bottle usually is a bit charred, like as if it was on fire for a brief moment of time.
Okay.
And your rats kind of like your Toby Keith McGuire and R.I.P. Percy would like kind of go around your bottle of Sprite whenever you would when we need it for your drink. And you always thought like it was there all the time, along with your other drinks. But it's like out of all the bottles, like your Sprite is a little, like sometimes the label gets a little bit black. At times, like it was just like kind of like throwing away in a fire.
Mm.
And it kind of, the label itself is green with black in it, but again, the other black that you see is kind of like a natural, like from fire. So, just letting you know how you get your spitang.
All right. and of
Um,
course, Waterdeep vodka.
Okay, we have that. Your bottle of spitang was in your room next to your bed, where the rats are. So you already had a bottle on you. You didn't have any spitang on them.
Oh, I already had a bottle on. Great.
Yep, so I'm good with that. All right, well, let's see it. And he and Ginny sit on the table. And Ginny's writing it down and studying like the bottle, writing down like the ingredients you used. Yep. And you make them.
Very precise. And I understand. This might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it is the finest high class you can get.
You make it normal way. And it's really good. You get your stirring stick.
I make sure my stirring stick does not make it smell, or if it does, I'll reverse it.
Oh, sure. Well,
I'm already ready for that.
I know you are. You use your stirring stick, otherwise known as your thieves' tools, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't smell, but it's giving off light. Like
What the fuck?
like it can't. So like the glass sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light for an additional 5 feet.
Well,
Yeah.
And
if it's shedding light instead of smelling, I think I would keep that
Mhm.
for an additional a little bit of flair.
yeah, you're
And
kind of
class.
proud of that. You think it's kind of cool. And
Yeah, I would be surprised because I'm initially thinking it's supposed to smell, so I'm like ready to like do it again, but then all of a sudden this light emits from it, and then I'm like looking at it, I'm like, it looks freaking cool, and it's like this wonderful like pink color, and the bubbles are coming up through it, and it's pretty.
Now,
That's what I think, GM.
have any of us witnessed this kind of peculiarity in Miki's drink making while we've worked? Okay.
no,
So Zamina looks surprised watching, but is waiting for a moment to jump in should things go questionably awry. She's just observing the two guests and just like, oh boy.
and it's funny because like I see Tyler's chat of it's actually really funny. He beat me to the punch. The light is actually a bright green color.
Ah, man.
Rotten.
I mean, it's more of like a strawberry kiwi-esque color, like
Yeah.
in those juice boxes. Like it's like that color.
Oh,
And
okay. So
I mean, it
since
just
it's green. I'll still leave it. Since it's green. It's not exactly what I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. So, yeah, I'll give it to Mr. Hammond.
I'm sure you give it to Mr. Hammond, and Jenny is like, she actually like looks away from her book for a second, like in the first time you've seen her, and she's like, "Sir, that's pretty impressive. Are you sure you can drink it?" Hammond's like, "I've dealt with politics before. Let's see how it tastes."
Oh god.
He does like a light sip, and does the ice cream like
Wine
my God.
tasting.
Okay, come on, Nico.
He said, swishes it around in his mouth. Sweet but savory. This is really delicious. You surprised me, Miki.
Thank you, sir.
He gives it like big drink. And he passes it to Jenny. Jenny takes a drink. And like is really happy. Like, this is really sweet. This is great. And has like a little bit of like whipped cream on her lips and just mix it up.
What about a little kerchief for her to dab her lips?
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's good. Great service too.
Mm.
Hammond looks
Only
at
the
Jenny
best.
Hammond looks at Jenny, and Jenny just kind of goes back to writing notes. Handkerchief service, bright green drink, lot of whipping cream. Sprite? Question mark. Hammond nods and says, "Well, I think that's all I needed to see here. I was impressed. You definitely surprised me.
And do a little bow.
I haven't met someone of your kind make drinks like this before. Respectfully."
I understand, sir. I know
Yeah.
I'm not the typical person or creature, but I do care about it. And it's been my life's work. So I appreciate your kind words.
Well, don't expect that forever. I'll
course
keep,
not,
keep
no.
coming back, checking in, and if you have
One
new
can
items,
always better themselves.
if you want to try new items, let me know, and I can try to get you some particular spirits if you're looking to experiment. Okay. I bid you all a good day. Best of luck with this place. And, like, looks at the door that fell and is goodbye. And then walks up and Ginny's cracking and looks at the door. Okay, broken door, first floor. Great. Thank you.
Literally the
First
first day.
And then they both
Yeah.
leave.
Wow, well, that couldn't have gone any better. And she just kind of looks
I know,
at
right?
the
I
door.
was so good. I was so good. Like, I showed him high class. Woo!
Oz kind of leans around the kitchen doorway like, what was that bright light?
I don't know.
Yeah, he leaves the drink there too, and you can still see the light shining on it.
I don't know, Oz. It's from this stirring stick that I have. Apparently, I can do stuff with it. So this is fun,
Well, that's ominous.
isn't
Well,
it?
actually, it's probably not a bad thing. It's probably a nicer way to maybe get more people interested in the place, you know? He said parlor tricks, but if they liked it, why not keep doing it?
It's a
I mean, if
Miki
you can-
special.
If I can even do it again, I was expecting it to have an odor this time, because that's what happened last time. With when I made something for Durnan, or I mean, I gave it to Volo, but anyway, I don't know what this stirring stick thieves tools thing is, but I guess I have to keep using it and see what it can do.
Well,
It does seem random, though.
It's the
maybe you
Miki
can use
special.
it on other things. The Miki special.
Yeah.
All right. So, as that happened, there is one other person that actually kind of comes by like 15 minutes afterwards, and kind of like waits outside your door a bit, and just kind of like looks at the area. Just kind of looking around here, and let me bring up a picture. There you go.
Oh, my Atlanta.
You see her there.
Yeah.
She
Good mutton chop.
is.
Yes.
A little,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
She is. She's a female shield dwarf.
I guess Oz will go open the door for her.
You can see. Open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Way
do,
to
and
scare the crap out of somebody else.
Hello.
she looks at you, and you just see a stone face, like no facial expression of any kind, just like almost like a scowl, but you don't know if it's like resting bitch face or not yet. If it's because of if it's your appearance or what. She goes, "Hey,
Hello. Would you like to come in?
yeah, sure, why not?
Can we do something for you?
Sure." It just comes in like one word sentences. And just looks around. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Olcoria Stone Marrow.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. Ulkoria. Stone Marrow is STONEMARROW. And she sits down. And granted, she's pretty short, dwarf. So she kind of like almost, I hate saying climbs, but just like kind of leaps up on the stool. It says, "Yeah, I'm part of the Watchful Order of Magus and Protectors, or Mages and Protectors. I forgot. Anyway. So I heard this place was coming back, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself." In case you want my services.
All right, please do.
Cool. Okay. So, they call me the Gargoyle because of my face. It's
That's
not the most endearing name,
not
but
very nice.
I live with it. Because people really can't tell my emotions.
People
Okay.
have been having some problems with mine too, so I understand.
I can see. Okay. So, I actually once owned this tavern. Way back in the day.
Wow.
So
Oh,
I'm
that's
pretty
cool.
familiar with it. It is. So I sold it to someone, and then they sold it to a family, of other shield dwarves, and then fell on hard times and sold it to a woman to turn into an orphanage. But then it turned out to be a hag eating the children. So that was a problem that
Oh
happened.
my.
Yeah. So there was no
We
more
only have
orphanage.
one ghost.
Oh hi.
So I mean, it's just sitting there by the fireplace, just listening to this whole story. Just,
Mhm.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So there was no more orphanage because there was no more children. So you really can't have children adopted when they're not in the building anymore. So.
That does
So,
make it difficult.
Yeah, and then multiple owners had it, and then I heard it come back and just wanted to see who was picking up the place, and it's you four. Great. Basically, what I do is I can provide protection if you need it. So, I have a couple glyphs of warding that I can put on the place. Just letting you know, I charge 300 gold for 300 dragon apiece. If you need it, but when your business is up and running and you're afraid people are going to come in and steal your stuff, let me know, and I'll teleport here. That's how I got here, and I can put them on there for you. And my shield guardian is on the back too, in case you try to mess with me, but I'm not too worried. So I hope you make something good of it. Best of luck to you.
Oh,
And
thank you.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Hi there, big guy.
Hello.
Yeah, it's just like an awkward silence, just staring back and forth. Like it's like a battle of wits to see who's going to be silent longer. And she just keeps looking at you. I like you. Okay, I'm gonna go.
All right.
Let me know if you need me.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's nice to meet you.
Welcome.
I'm sure we'll be in touch.
I'm sure.
How can we get in touch with you?
The paper bird, perhaps.
Paper bird?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
You can also contact the. You said it was a guild, right, Dan?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
Mages
watchful,
and
Protectors
Guild.
I don't know if
The
the
you said
watchful
guild.
order.
Of mages
Watchful
and
Order of
protectors.
Mages and
Yeah.
Protectors. Yeah, okay,
And-
got it.
And I'm sure, like, if you speak to anyone, like Oz, for example, if you talk to Vajra, like,
Vajra, yeah.
she can tell you easily, or just like get in contact with them for you if you need to.
It's like, yeah, because they're connected. They work with the
Mhm.
Force Grey, right? Sort of.
They're kind of like their own separate thing, but then they can interact with them if need
Yeah.
be. But yeah, pretty much, and like Force Grey pretty much knows pretty much the networking of all the different of the guilds and orders. So yeah,
Cool.
I'm sure if you talk to me, you're fine. Yeah. She goes, okay, bye.
All right.
And
Bye.
you see her walk off, and then gone.
That's, this,
Oh,
This is a lot more busy than I kind of anticipated for being day 2.
Yep.
Mhm.
People are wasting no time. They really want our business.
They are on it. You pay for their services and they are on it. They don't mess around.
It's refreshing.
Mhm.
It's
As
nice,
opposed
but
to waiting 3 weeks
unexpected.
for a response.
Mhm.
True.
So, few things. Just kind of, we have Oz's City of Watch thing. You got the Emerald Enclave's quest if you choose to want to do it. Zaymina, you got JB Nevercott's quest if you choose to do it. Otherwise, if there's any other carousing you guys want to do or anything, just let me know. Craig, can you roll just a hit? If Craig, can you roll a history check for me, please? I want to see if you know something.
3.
Okay, you don't. Um, I was about to say, because I know we were talking about a fighting pit before.
Yes.
Craig, you don't know where any of the fighting pits are, but if anyone else wants to roll for something, and if they're interested in telling Craig about it, that's another thing too.
I'll
Didn't we
roll.
hear that from the guy we gave our money to help fix up the place? Wasn't he the one that him and Craig had mentioned? Or was it?
I
No,
think
was it the?
Justin? I think it was
Yeah,
Justin.
it was
Yeah.
Justin.
Okay, that's who it was. Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Justin didn't tell you the place, but
That's a nat
At least
20.
you know you could ask him.
Nat
Okay.
20.
Nat
Okay.
20.
Wow.
Oz, you're very familiar with this because unless if anyone else wants to roll.
No, that's
Okay.
fine. Have your moment.
Mei Loon actually talks about this place.
Yeah.
So it is the Phyland Fighting Arena. It's PHYLUND. And bringing up. It is located just north of the market. In it's a noble family, the Phyland Villa. It's PHYLUND. This, and it says on the Waterdeep map, this noble family captures and sells monsters. So they seem a little bit shady, but you know that they have a fighting pit or arena, however you say, that's in there. Since you rolled a nat 20, I will give you a little bit more information about the family. So the couple that owns the villa is Timothy Phyland and Rosabelle, Belle Phyland. The individual running the fighting arena is their son, Lord Vincent Phyland. Timothy and Rosabelle are pretty old. They're all humans. Like Timothy and Rosabelle are like in their 80s, 90s. They're up there. So Lord Vincent is like in his 50s. So, yeah. So they host events, I think. But you kind of wonder, like, there has to be. Oh, actually, since you rolled a nat 20, I will say this too, because you rolled a nat 20. There is a password if you're looking to get into the fighting arena, and that's braised lamb chops.
Not this.
Mm-hmm. And you have to use it in casual conversation. So, like, you can't just say, "Oh, the password's braised lamb chops." You actually have to like have a sentence. Like, "What did you eat today?"
Like, I'm looking for some braised lamb chops.
Sure, that should work. So, you know about that too.
Cool.
Other than that, that's pretty much it.
I will share that with Craig.
Okay. So, Craig, that's another quest for you guys if you're looking to do that as well.
So, I mean, it just kind of looks at Craig expectantly. Did you have any more mysterious animals visiting you throughout the night?
You muted.
Oh, I was like, not me.
No, not you. Dennis is muted. But I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Dennis is having technical difficulties,
No worries.
Not like
So,
this.
but he said very sassily, "No, I didn't."
No. Let's see here. So, I will say this while we were reaching out while we were handling this too. Let's continue something here. So I'm gonna diverge a little bit, change the plans. There's another person coming to the tavern. While we do this, why not?
So, I mean, it's just looking out the window expectantly at this point. Just who else is gonna show up today?
You think it's maybe a weekend or something because there's a lot of traffic. So you now see this lovely woman.
She just walks right on in. Okay.
Yeah, she does. That's what she looks like.
Oh my god, not being a hypocrite up in here.
A hippie Griff.
We already have
Oh.
a cat in here. We don't need
So
this.
hip.
No. So she comes in and very strong face, gentle features, but very strong presence. She is carrying a longsword with her. And looks around. I'm looking for Honest Craig Mamina Johnson. Is that
Presents?
Honest Craig Mamina Johnson? Hello. I am Savra Bellabranta. Savra is Savra. Bellabranta is Belabranta. She is adorning knight's armor. She just doesn't have a helm, but she is like plated armor, plated greaves too. So she looks like she's come from a battle of some sort. I assume these are your friends. Is that correct? Oscraig Mamina Johnson.
We're actually all Oz, Craig, Mamina Johnson. I'm Oz. That's Craig and Mickey and Simina.
I mean, it
Where-
just
She's got a sword. I'm not gonna lie to her, okay?
Where is Johnson?
That's our last name.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Apologies. So, I've heard that you have made quite an impact here in the city.
Is
Thwarting
that
evil.
So?
Thwarting evil. All the evil
Already?
doings are here. Yes. I've heard you rescued Renair. And
yeah.
someone else. Yes. So,
Soon.
okay. And you can tell, like, she hasn't really heard of him, but heard of Renair. You're wondering if she doesn't have all the information,
Yeah.
but she's here. I represent the Order of the Gauntlet. We look for members who seek to fight evil in all forms. Adventurers who worship Helm Tor and Torm. Oh, Torm and Tur. We see after. I don't know if any of you worship them. Not if you do. You don't. But
okay.
yes. But we're looking for talents, and if you can help, if you rescue Renair, well, we could definitely use you and test you to see if you want to join us, fighting the evil.
Wow.
Okay. I expected more enthusiasm, but nonetheless, I can tell this is a shock.
Just a little bit.
Yep. Just a little.
Oh, I actually not really too much of a shock as it is. You're the fourth person or so to visit us in the last hour, so it's more just entertaining. And she just kind of smiles.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep up.
Very well. So am I. We're all trying to keep up here in Waterdeep because blood travels quickly, and I thought I would come here early, but seems like it came in late with all the other people that have stood up. You guys just know that our faction comes with a lot of praise and good doing. You will be very happy doing the good deed with us, because other factions are not as good and are harmful to the city. But I will tell you of a quest, if you choose to take it, let me know, and we can give you renown in our group. So, we hear that the Zentarum, are paying gangs in the Field Ward to attack suspected Zenithar guild members. Fights are breaking out in the ward daily. Stop a fight before it happens. We need to send a message to these thugs that further altercations won't be tolerated. And in out of game, the Field Ward is the most dangerous ward in the city, worse than the Dock Ward. That's where beyond poor. And it's all just shacks on top of shacks. They're all dilapidated. It's really, really bad. She nods and says, "Do any of you seem interested?"
Well, is there anyone we should be in touch with aside from yourself at the guild in case we do want to pique our interest a little bit?
I will be your main point of contact. If you want this quest, I will be your one and only. To thwart the evil that we will do. Yes.
The one and only comment makes me to just go, wow, that is just so romantic. And just, I'm sure we'll definitely be able to get in touch with you at some point. We have a lot of things we have to get ready here before we're able to make such decisions, but I'm sure we'll be able to catch you at some time.
She kind of looks at you a little bit and just gives like a furrowed brow a little bit.
She's just very taken back by all this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. She looks at you, and she doesn't say anything, but with your passive perception and insight, she's low-key judging you a little bit. Yeah. And by the tone of your voice, she seems less... How can I put... She's skeptical. In a sense. But she's not saying anything, because she has nothing to go off of, but she's like, okay. Well, thank you for that. If you change your mind, let me know, because we will definitely have you and let you have benefit the more you work with us. Awesome.
Thank you for coming and talking with us. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to you soon.
You are the most polite intellect devourer I have ever seen, and that can actually speak with me. It's very interesting.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, remember, even if you're not with us, you should thwart all evil. Very important. I will take my leave. Goodbye. And in a very dramatic fashion, just like confidently walks out, and you just hear like the knight armor just clacking, clacking, clacking.
Have a good day.
And she's gone.
It's out of curiosity, like, since she obviously knew that Oz looks like an intellect devourer, how, like, intellect devourers are pretty...
Oh, exactly. No,
yeah.
So because you were the first person she spoke with.
Mm-hmm.
And you were very kind, and you spoke common. So she does not really know what to make of this yet. She was like, well, maybe not really intellect devourer. She was trying to get a little bit more information out of it, but she didn't want to pry a little bit later. Like more into it, especially first impressions.
Yeah.
She was already kind of so her making a negative first impression on Zymina by furrowing her brow and giving her a look.
Yeah.
But again, like, there's no reason to act that way towards someone when they clearly haven't done anything wrong to her knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting to see how she did not have a lot of information, and she already kind of prejudged someone, and then talked about thwarting evil.
I mean, for good reason, but like,
I
it
mean-
wasn't sarcastic. It was really just honest
course.
fun.
Yeah, and that's why she's like,
Granted, we're also down 2 people, so she's just like, well, I mean, I would love to introduce you to someone, but they can't talk, so we're gonna make between the 2 of us in the moment.
she was just making
I
pleasantries
mean,
with
no,
everyone.
Zymina definitely like takes the edge off of Oz's weird appearance by being,
Extra.
yes, that's a good way to put it.
I will also say at this point, Tally and a couple men come in and start working on renovations for you guys. Starting with the hole in the
Yay.
floor. Both
Thank
holes in
you.
the floor.
That was his name,
You're
Tally.
welcome. Of course. Is everyone okay?
This time.
Thanks. Alright, we'll patch that up right away. We'll make that a priority so it doesn't happen again. We'll check floorboards indoors. That's going to be our next stop. And then you see just a couple like young men like we're just having like utility belts and hammers, nails, any type of carpentry work, kind of like nod and
It's turning
all right,
into the
let's get to work, boys.
YMCA.
Sure, I'll let you have your fantasy. It's fine.
Young man.
Nope.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's not quite my cup of tea.
Kelly. So they want to get out of your way first, so they go upstairs to the 3rd floor
Yeah.
to start patching the home.
Thank you. Don't mind the rats.
It's okay. It's an old place. I understand. And then
Don't exterminate the rats. They live here.
oh well, luckily that's not in my guild, but I'll definitely make a note of that. Unless they're in a safe place, just tell me where they are, and I will know
Yep, they're
not
up in
to.
the attic
nurture.
in crates. They should not be.
Okay.
They should not be around. I told them not to, at least.
Okay. I'll be mindful of that and tell the ghost I said hi.
I'm
And
sure he
I'll
heard
be on
you,
my way.
so we're good.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
He also goes upstairs. Dennis, are you back with us, buddy? How's your mic doing? Can you hear us? No?
I'm good.
Yay! Awesome. Great. Okay. So, that being said, so you have Emerald Enclave has a quest. That was my Alexa going off. Order of the Gauntlets quest. JP Nevercott also has a quest, but mostly geared towards Zymina to see how she will do. City of the Dead for Cal, for Oz, and the Fighting Pit. for
Also,
Craig. I think I mentioned that
the
right.
Force Grey has a quest for Oz too.
Or the,
Not yet. We haven't heard anything about
I think-
from Vajra yet.
Okay, I thought I needed to reach out to Vajra to activate the quest.
No, she
Okay.
said she would reach out to you if she needed help.
Cool.
oh, okay.
Okay.
So you have Order of the Gauntlets, Emerald Enclave, Bragan Gareth for mostly Zymina, the Fighting Pits for Craig, and City of the Dead.
Cool.
And then if there's anything else you guys want to do in the meantime, by all means let me know and I will work with you.
Yeah,
So what
I
do you
mean,
guys think about?
I'll circle back to asking Craig if he has gotten visited by any other animals and would like to share with the rest of
Yes.
the group.
No,
Wait,
Well, I'm just making
is this
sure.
is
this is
this
just the one.
is this the cause of that pussy comment from this morning?
It's just stifles.
Yeah, it was a white cat came into my room last night and said it was Melanor from the Emerald Enclave and that they had a quest for me.
Cat
I know the mic. Oh, go
cat
ahead.
spoke common.
Yes.
It was not Pumpernickel, by the way, but it was.
Yes, I remember Pumpernickel was a tabby cat. So
Yep. Good. Yep. Exactly.
this Melanor appears to have a penchant for cats.
Also, I didn't have a picture of him out before, but I'll let it. Oh, show it to you guys while you're talking.
Okay.
Maybe it was ascending
There you go.
or something.
That's Melanor.
Yes.
Creepy.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, it was like Elvin dude. Carries himself well or something like that. I think you remember saying.
He does. He is a bit older. He does carry himself well, though. He has a lot of like bright colored, like furs and natural attire. Nothing made of metal.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So we have a scarecrow that is, I guess, terrorizing that area, but no deaths. So I guess that's something we can decide if we need to do, or if we have other things we need to do. Of course.
I really would try to go to the City of the Dead. I've been struggling to think about much else since we talked to Halam.
You know, I agree. I think that would be a great plan for you because we really can't get much done around here until the place is in. She looks at the hole again. Better state of repair, you know.
It's a little bit of an understatement, but yeah.
We've probably been putting that off for too long.
I mean, it's only been like 2 days or something, hasn't it?
Since Halam, I would say about like a couple days. Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't heard any voices since then. I'll let you know
Ew.
about that. Hmm.
You also haven't killed anything, so
That's true.
Thanks, Miki.
you're welcome. Just here to support you, Oz.
Yeah. Oz is having PTSD from Roscoe.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great name for a were rat.
Roscoe.
Well,
man.
it seems we all have things to do, but where does that leave you, Miki? Is there anything you wanted to do? Or are you gonna hang out here while they're repairing everything?
You're gonna
I
go look
figured
for
I would.
Floon.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You could go look for your little fire crotch.
What? That's a name for it.
No, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about Floon until you said something.
Oz pulls out a paper bird, like, you could message him, and starts waving it in the air.
As you pull out a paper bird flows through the window.
Oh no,
It just looks. I know
And-
you're Ryan.
Does it fly to
and
somebody?
lands right on the counter.
Well, isn't that
and-
for timing?
There's a voice that you hear. It says, Renair tells us you are good bets. He bought you tickets to the opera tonight at the Light Singer Theater in the Seawarn. If you are interested, meet Mert at intermission, private box C. Formal attire is acquired for admittance. And then you see unfolding in the paper bird tickets, 4 tickets for The Fall of Tiamat, an opera sung in Giant, describing the evil Dragon Queen's defeat at the Well of Dragons.
Sweet.
And I will say, I will say this because you guys spread the word. You know, Renair is part of the Harpers.
Yeah.
I would make a DM's decision and say you guys would know that Mert is also a member of the Harpers.
Okay.
So this
that-
sounds like MIRT.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. Have we come across Mert before?
You have not.
Okay, because I don't know, I just had some deja vu because I was gonna do like U or E, and it was an I. So
Yep, MIRT.
Mert.
Mert. And he's part of the Harpers. So now you have another one. All these different factions, different times, talking to you guys.
Mhm.
So this is, I mean,
Can we
this
be
is ultimately
freelancers?
So I will say this: you can be in as many factions as you want.
Oh
Because I think it
gosh.
was discussed this about the campaign. Here's the kicker, though. Kicker. If you are part of two separate factions that are against each other, what's going to happen to you guys? So you can try to take as many factions as you want, try to get as many benefits as you want. It's up to you how you want to play the game and what you guys want to do. Granted, if you want to be a part of Bragging Gareth, just like what JB did to Zaymana, you can definitely do that too and do that same quest. It is up to you. So those options are still there. But this is the time now where things are kind of coming into fold that you guys are on your own, and I'm giving you the decision to choose your factions. And even though you don't know everything about your character yet, it could be fitting for you. It may not be. Things may come up. This is part of the rolling part of it show. So it's up to you what you guys want to do. If you guys want a little bit more clarification about the different factions and what they kind of do, let me know. I can definitely give you some information just so you kind of know going into it about them.
Maybe we could do
Yeah.
that off stream sometime.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Miki,
big questions, will let me know. Yeah.
yeah, I think Miki's just there's like a inward struggle because they don't know
Yeah. I mean,
where
it's
they land, where he lands, and he doesn't know if he really wants to,
mhm.
if he really wants to smite evil for a holy calling. Just I don't know if that really sounds like up his alley.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, Zamina kind of looks at everyone and she goes, "Well, we definitely have a lot of people barking up our trees, and some of
Yeah.
them don't
Yeah.
really seem to." And she goes, "Well, Savra didn't seem to really like me, but that's okay. I don't think I'm really interested in that guild, but I do want to say that I will support each and every one of you with whatever guild you want to do. I think it'll be amazing for all of us to have our own thing or multiple things, but I have no qualms with whatever you guys want to do."
It would definitely expand our resources, I suppose, and our networking, but feel a little weird about having all these people coming and talking to us when we're supposed to be in hiding, essentially.
My point exactly, Oz. I was just about to say, it's a little concerning that we've had 5 people show up today and we're supposed to be undercover, and especially when Savra said that we were well known in the city because we helped Renair. Like,
You do know.
I'm starting to panic.
It sounds like we need to have a discussion with Renair.
Well,
Like, it's only been a day. Like, how can he spread our names that far and wide already? Like,
okay, I don't think Renee did, because Savra obviously did not have all the information. She came here looking for Oskrig Mamina Johnson. So
that's true.
Yeah.
She probably went through the appropriate channels, but
Yeah.
I mean, who else was at the tavern when we arrived, especially having seen you in your state?
Right.
So could have very well been the City Watch.
Or she saw, or like the Order of the Gauntlet saw, is that what that guild's called? They saw us going into the thing with Volo and Renair, and then they
Lord's Alliance with Jets.
Oh, the Lord's Alliance, excuse me.
And they haven't visited you.
No. She's part of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah, Savra's part of Order of the Gauntlet, which is separate from the Lord's Alliance. Order of the Gauntlet's more just like a holy group of people trying to thwart off evil.
Yeah.
The Lord's Alliance is under
Lyriel Silver.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That's part of the City Watch and the authority within the city. Yes.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that like they saw us going in with Volo Renair, and then they got our name from the records, and I could see that happening, and they're like, oh, they know Renair somehow, and we'll just put that, and we'll get their name from the records and try to recruit them, type of thing.
So
Well, it's also possible that with how many times we've used our real names, and I mean, it kind of looks at Oz and then looks at
I
me.
am sorry. I got nervous because this
I've done it
armored
like once.
woman with a
Saidina.
massive sword came in.
Listen,
Once.
I don't
It wasn't
like
even that
lying to
massive.
people.
it wasn't even that big. Secondly,
I am a
with you being able to
squishy
change
brain
form-
right now, alright?
and that is exactly my point, Oz. You are a squishy, bulbous brain right now. You might want to start coming up with alternate names just in case you turn into something for another long period of time. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, Oz Craig Mamita Johnson will just continue to thrive as a family.
I would like to go to the opera.
I would
tonight.
too. Just not
Hey,
looking
so-
like this. So,
Maybe get to that city of the dead.
yeah.
So you want me to? I could come with you, and I could help you kill something.
I appreciate the offer.
Is she supposed to go alone?
Yes.
I could stay outside the city, and you could do a bird signal or a caca, you know, and let me know if you're in trouble.
You could also go to the fighting ring with Craig and perhaps kill something that is a little more humanoid.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna just go with somebody. I'm not gonna go do my own thing. I'm just gonna go with somebody. So whoever wants me can have me.
Oh.
Do you really think that I could just kill something in a fighting ring that easily?
I
No, I'm
mean,
just saying, like, we find somebody. You know, maybe we could turn you back into an old woman. You know, like maybe it's like a act of grace.
Oz, I will say with the nat 20, you did hear that this ring is not meant to kill, it's more to knock unconscious and win.
Okay.
It isn't a killing ring.
the accidents happen.
I mean, you have.
I am
But
not
that's
a
kind of frowned
brutal
upon.
killer.
So you know.
Okay.
Yeah, out of
You don't
game,
know
so we
that.
know. But
You don't know
I mean,
that.
she just goes. You know, it doesn't really matter. I think the best thing for you to do is the quicker you get to the city of the dead to understand more about yourself, the more you can kind of figure out how this whole thing works. But I don't know how long that's gonna take. So either
Yeah.
we, go do that right now and we wait for you to come back, or we wait until tomorrow after the opera. Unless you don't want to go to the opera, you don't have to.
I would like to go to the opera, but I definitely think that I need to go to the City of the Dead today. I don't.
It's still early, right?
Yeah, it's around I would say like late morning, early afternoon. I will say, as you're probably just chilling in the tavern a little bit, like 30 minutes, you see an old man come in. With a cane.
What is it with people just randomly walking in?
I'm sorry, are you open?
Not
Open for conversation, but
Quite.
not open for drinking.
We-
She turns.
We just started renovations.
Oh,
Can we
okay.
do something for you?
I'm just looking around. I don't talk to a lot of people.
Do you have any family?
Oh my god.
No. What? I try not to laugh at this. I'm so sorry.
You're so horrible. Oh my god.
That's why you put
That's
instigator
so
next to my name. This is
bad.
what you get. No,
Yeah.
I'm
he
sorry
said,
to
he
hear
said,
that.
Yeah, he
left the
says-
old man with no family.
Do you
he
live
says-
alone?
I don't have a home. Our
Oh,
family, I was with my wife and we had a house fire a couple of years ago and we've been moving along on the street and unfortunately she passed away. Natural causes.
oh man. I bet you just want nothing more than to be with her.
Mm,
I want to
Understood,
insight this.
Sure.
I just
Roll
With
insight.
the amount of people constantly coming in, and this is just being the final straw for her, she's just suspicious.
Yeah.
If this man is not sincere.
I'm doing side eyes to Oz, by the way.
Well,
I know.
I
yeah.
did. I rolled a 10.
You rolled
We're
10.
very average today.
He. You can tell by like his movement, it's not fake. He's being very polite. Seems a bit down. Seems sincere. Almost just kind of like defeated. Like no reason to really fabricate anything. From like your perception, you do see kind of just like the dirty clothes a little bit. So he's wearing brown pants held by black suspenders, with a white shirt. Underneath, it's a little dirtied up. Like there's some like a little bit like some dirt stains on the collars. Wearing black leather boots. Also kind of dirtied up too. Very simple. He has a couple liver spots on the right side of his face, and then with like kind of like a receding hairline a little bit too, and gray hair.
Can I perceive? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, and he's human, light skin.
Can I perceive the intention of Miki's words?
Roll an insight.
What? Wait. Which words? I just want to confer.
Just like the conversation he's having with the old man of like,
Yeah, like, are you alone?
Do you want to be
Do you have a
someone else?
family?
I will say, I am saying it very kindly, and
oh, I know,
okay.
I know.
Like,
Have
if
you
you
been
want me
injured
to
in a
roll
car
like a
accident?
performance or something, like,
Craig has known you for how long, so this might be.
What's
a good
your insight, Craig?
I roll a 1.
Oh, okay. Miki's just being honest and just trying to have good conversation from a good customer service standpoint that Miki does.
from the
You're
depths of my heart.
You're really impressed by just how kind they're being right now and talking to this elderly man. So yeah, he just looks at you. Yeah, my wife passed away a couple years ago. Hasn't been the same since, but I'm just living my life.
And how long have you been living life?
93 long years.
That is such a long life to live. I'm sure you've seen it all.
I have long experience. A lot of good, a lot of bad. But I cherish every moment I have. Because
That's
living is
wonderful.
important. Mhm.
Sorry?
Well, I just said living your life is most important.
Live life to the fullest every day. You gotta treat every day like it's your last.
He's like hunched over a little bit too with the cane.
Oz just walks
away from the
out.
conversation.
Oz walks out and is headed to the city of the dead. Like,
All right.
nope.
Yeah, Dimina walks out to the other end of the door, letting that conversation go. She's like, I can't deal with more visitors right now. So she's gonna go wander around this local area.
Okay. What about you?
Did Zymina happen to tell me the location of the fighting ring?
I will
No,
say Oz-
but
Oz
Oz
did.
did.
Yeah. Yeah, not me.
Oz did, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I got it mixed up.
It's okay. No worries.
Wrong
Oscar
person.
Mina Johnson. So it is a Phylund Villa, Phyllund Villa. It's a couple blocks east of the God Catcher, the statue, as well as just north of the market. So it is.
Dennis, if you have the stream open, I have the map up.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna head there.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're gonna head
Yeah.
towards.
Braised
Sorry.
lamb
You
chops.
just tell me she's talking so I don't get to go with anybody.
I mean, it's up to you.
You're welcome to
You can do whatever you want, but you're stuck talking for now, BB.
Oh,
This
darn.
is what you get
Let
for
me
trying
tell you
to.
about the war.
Oh.
I mean, you still have the tickets. If you want to go to the theater, you can. So, I mean,
Yeah, but that's not till later,
Night.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'll just hang out and talk to. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lawrence Wigsworth.
Florence Wigsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
I used to own a wig shop back in the day.
Man, you've just really lived a whole lifetime, haven't you?
Powdered wigs are my favorite. Especially the really tall ones that have 8 or 9 or even a dozen of those rolled little individual hairs.
Oh,
As you can tell, my hair isn't all year anymore, so I used to wear wigs. All the time.
One might do that if they lose their hair.
Yes. And he's having a conversation with you further. Zymina, are you
Yes.
doing anything? Are you going to a certain place, or what are you doing?
At this point, I might just kill someone and make it into a nursing home to put this man, because no.
Okay.
Actually, I would say Samina is she is walking around the local area, but
you're
she's
walking around.
kind of headed towards Floon's Brews to see what's happening there in terms
Sure.
of competition, amongst other things.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good. Let's see here. I will say, Craig, with the amount of time that we have left on the stream, I want to save this for next week because it's pretty.
Perfectly fine. I figured you would.
Yeah, because like we have like it's an event basically, so I'll save that for you. Miki, is there anything else you plan on doing with the gentleman, or are you just gonna talk to him throughout like a few couple hours?
I'm just gonna talk to him until he decides he wants to leave.
Okay. I will let you know he strikes a conversation with you for like a good hour or so.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say after like an hour or so, I would have my rats come out and try to like not scare him away, but like to make him uncomfortable so he would leave.
Okay.
And I might start trying to write a letter to Floon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Floon, how my heart doth swoon.
For you.
I do see thine booty soon.
Oh. You make me croon.
No.
And doth compare it to a moon.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
This needs to become a thing, and we'll save it for if we ever start a Patreon page or something. I don't know.
In the hidden dialogue for romances involving Miki and his thirst for red-headed booty.
Exactly. Okay, so I think let's go with Zymina on this right now because you're in the neighborhood. You go visit Emic Froon and Froon's Brews, right?
I'm more or less scouting the outside first to see like who, like how busy the area is. If the area like I'm walking is busy, I'm not gonna try to be sneaky because that just looks suspicious.
Sure.
But like if there's no one around, she's just seeing like how many people are actually coming and going through into his tavern, considering how barren it was. And just seeing what he's doing before walking in.
Of course. So you kind of hover around the area for about like 15-20 minutes. You kind of peer inside. Not a lot of clientele. You see that one guy again, the day drinker. He's still there. And you see like there's like a young elven couple that's there. That kind of like takes sips of their drink and like kind of point at it and look at this like, do you understand how disgusting this is? And like gives that look like we should just go. And they head on off. You do see a group of 4 halflings walk into the tavern, and you just kind of keep an eye on it, and you're kind of I would say naturally like you're being perceptive and relatively molding into the scene, so nothing too crazy. You do see Emic kind of gesture the 4 of them to come to a back room. And you don't see any windows or anything to peer into that room. That's pretty much all you notice right now.
Inside the tavern,
Hmm.
was there a fireplace in there?
There is. It's pretty small. And it's not lit at the moment, but there's a bunch of ash and soot everywhere. It's not cleaned very well.
Gotcha.
It's located further inside the tavern, near the dining area.
Hmm.
Hmm.
How drunk is the day drinker?
Oh, he's knocked out. Well, from you can see, like his head is on the table,
Hmm.
and not really.
Okay. Let's see. So much I want to do. So
Oh, I
much.
know. I know.
Um, Maybe we should come back to me, but I'm thinking about what I want to
Okay.
do.
Alright. I will tell you something. Your
Okay.
necklace glows a little bit.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how encouraging.
Mm-hmm. And it just feels so good.
Okay.
One trait I'm going to tell you, and I don't think I've told you this yet. You
Maybe.
don't need to eat or drink to live.
No, you did not tell me that. Let me go to my character page.
Mm-hmm.
Big reveal, everybody.
The necklace kind of gives you some sort of sustenance. You never get the feeling you need to eat or drink. You do it for like just the pleasure of taste and also enjoying a good meal, but it's not essential for you.
Hmm. Okay.
And that also contributes to another reveal, your slim-esque figure that kind of gives off Angelina Jolie Maleficent vibes.
Oh, gaunt.
So
I mean-
that's kind of roughly the aesthetic that you have at the moment. So like you have like very defining facial features, slim, beautiful torso. Yeah, you don't need to eat or drink. Also, when your necklace glows, kind of look at your hands. They go crimson red. And you kind of like stick it out a bit, and then a spectral hand comes out with not skeletal, but just like a sunken hand that's like been in the desert too long. Like you can see the skin, you can see the veins, you can see it's gray. It's like gray and pale-ish colors with like longer unkept nails. You now know chill touch
Oh.
as well.
Oh wait. Hey, Oz, twins.
Hey.
Right.
So Oz's
Yeah.
hands are more skeletal and have like a blue radiant like glow to it. Yours is different.
So, my question for you,
Mhm.
Dan,
Yes.
is because I feel like this is kind of bless you. This is
Thanks.
maybe more than opinion I would like from you.
Sure.
How would I feel about casualties that, or I guess just casualties that didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but are just kind of in there at the wrong time?
I would say if it has to happen to achieve your goal, it has to happen. Unless if there's someone that kind of goes along with you and is an ally of yours, if they're just in the way and feel like they have no contribution to your goals or just the society in general, keep in mind, Zaimina, with this drunkard, he indulges in alcohol. You hate people indulging in food
Yeah.
and drink.
You're right.
And it's just disgusting.
It's a good
And they
reminder.
just
I
need to
forgot
be
to write that
purged.
down.
Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that Fate Eyes, oh well. So be it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, boo boo.
So with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
she is going to sneak into the tavern. Well, she'll walk in, but
Okay.
once she gets to the door, she's going to stealth in.
Sure.
Is there-
I would say- at the moment you get in without a problem. The guy is unconscious. He is
Okay.
just out of it.
Is there any way to start a fire in the fireplace? Like, is there any kindling or flint or anything that would catch fire?
That's a good question, Zam,
I mean, if I have anything on my person, that could also, but I mean, I'd rather use what's in front of me.
I'm making a change here for you right now.
Like, what? It's not chill touch, it's firebolt.
Because like I had a cantrip in here that I don't think would fit very well. So you now know create bonfire as a cantrip.
Aw. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
I'm gonna just kind
So
of.
you actually, the necklace actually kind of like sparks like a little bit ember, and then.
I want to start pouring out all of his liquor onto the bar and towards
Sure.
the back room in which he had gone into, mean Floon,
Okay.
and just trying to do this as stealthily as possible.
Sure.
And
I will let you know the color of the flames is the same red.
okay,
It's not orange.
I love that. I want this to just be glowing the whole time, like still
Yeah.
having the hand out, just kind of playing with it as she's idly pouring all the liquor over the bar top and over the wooden door in which the back room which they had gone,
Mhm.
and just trailing it towards. I'm assuming there's windows in this
There
part.
is.
Correct?
Yeah.
So she would
There
kind of
is, yeah.
yeah, she would definitely pile more of the liquor around where the fireplace was,
Mhm.
and she'll go over to a window and open it so she can climb out and just kind of look back with like she has like her fingernail in her mouth again, just with a grin, and just goes and she'll cast create bonfire on the fireplace where all of the liquor had piled up
Mhm.
as she
So-
exits.
Okay. So as you do that, with all the and like he had a lot of alcohol behind the bar because you thinking he doesn't get a lot of customers, so he's been stocking up on a lot, and some of
I
it's
thought-
like expired, moldy.
Plus, the cheaper liquor is, the stronger alcoholic content it is. It's really just
And when you were looking at it, you saw some bugs like in it, and you're just like disgusting, and you pour it.
trash. Just as I
So
thought.
then the flies kind of just like fall along the countertop too. I would say with your natural perception, you hear, and this also I think motivates you too. You hear Emic say, "We need to get those guys out of that manor. You need to pretend to be new hires. Get in there, turn into your forms, cause a bunch of scene. No one would suspect were rats destroying this place."
Where rats?
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the city watch know there is a rat infestation and talk
Little
about
does he
everything
know.
that's going on. Yeah, I know.
You know, I will say she kind of stifles a laugh at that point because it's like,
Mhm.
I mean, he's right, but like, it doesn't matter. And she goes,
Yeah.
it just doesn't matter, and she's just pouring more alcohol. Just
He also says, "Listen, I got a loan from Ersted Horn to pay all of you handsomely to carry this out for me. And as those four are going to be done with and run out of this city, when I capitalize on that, then I'll make enough money to pay off that loan. And then maybe we can do business again." And one of the halflings you hear goes, "Yeah, I ran into two of them down at the sewers.
oh,
Horrible people they are. Told them to leave, they didn't leave.
Roscoe.
Luckily,
Let's go! That's a great name.
I was in the mood to kill one of them, but I really wanted to. But I think they learned a lesson. It won't be too hard. We can cause them to leave. We're not killing them, right?" Emmerich's like, "Just enough for them to leave. That's all." if it has to get to that point, feel free. But less blood on our hands and the City Watch gets whiff of us, the better.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, upon hearing that, her plan changes a little bit, in which
Mhm.
still a majority of the liquor is now just tilted
It's
over.
poured, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pouring behind the bar.
Mhm.
She's now pouring more emphasis around that room, hopefully it's getting onto the
Yes.
entire floorboards underneath into the room. And instead of casting bonfire in the
Mhm.
behind the bar area, she's actually casting it directly on the door, knowing that if they try to
Mhm.
get out, they also have to run through that fire.
Mm-hmm.
And she just goes, wow, hopefully you can deal with this. And just laughs as she jumps through the window.
You get through the window. I will say you easily get through the window. I'm not gonna make you do a dex. It's pretty open. You got it. So
Okay.
Ew,
you like.
heels.
Mm-hmm. You can move around in heels. You know how to work.
Make it work.
So, just as the liquor starts seeping underneath the door, you hear, "What is that?" You leave. I would say, I need you to roll a stealth check on this, though.
Yeah. I will definitely try my best.
And
My
what I'm
bad.
going to do
Yeah.
as a DM, I'm going to give you inspiration for this because of the role playing moment that you're doing with this.
It
And
was
I
so
really
good.
liked it. It was really good. I'm giving you advantage on this.
I'm gonna fucking need it. Okay, I rolled a 6 and a 14. Thank God.
Oh, thank God.
For real.
Okay.
So I'm using my inspiration to reroll that.
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
have,
yeah.
But I'm sorry, not advantage.
No, yeah. So yeah. I guess I'll give you your stealth because I almost flipped it out. Why not? Your stealth is a +3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Mm-hmm. So you, luckily, in a very high trafficked area, not essentially in front of the tavern, but like next to it, like in a Coralon's Crown, Stephen Steele. You leap out, and then you just casually just hold him back with the crowd and go back to the tavern if you want to. If you want to do that.
I definitely
And-
want to stay like nearby just to see what happens. But
Oh,
just
sure.
kind of, like clutching the
Yeah.
necklace, and just kind of playing with it as it glows, just reveling in it.
You
She has all the time in the world.
you hear deathly screams. You hear Emic panic, scream, and shrivel up, and just hear like, it's just like his whimpering, dying voice. So satisfying. He's a commoner out of game, so he only has 4 hit points. So he dies instantly.
Hearing
Yeah.
his scream, she definitely
Yeah.
starts to like. I'll say she'll start to sing song under her breath.
Mhm.
Ashes, ashes, we all turn to dust.
And you hear the screams coming from the 4 halflings, which are were-rats.
Mm-hmm.
And they,
Were rats.
you hear that, you especially hear Roscoe, "Go on, get out! We have to get out! Come on! The door's jammed!" Stick, and it sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
Get out of the bar!
get out of the bar! They stumble upon each other, and then like they try to touch the doorknob, but the doorknob is on fire, and the handle's on fire. So like they're like, it's too hot, and there's no windows in the room, as mentioned before. So you hear them scream and panic, and people are starting to take notice a little bit, and then like you have to kind of get out of the way as huge red flames engulf the entire tavern. And there was like the roof that was DIY was made, like peaks up there. You shot up like a huge cloud of fire instantly. And Zymina, a memory triggered for you.
Oh my
on
god.
this. Very faintly, you're on top of this hill late at night. People around you can't see them. They're faceless, but they're humanoid shaped, like arms, legs, works,
Yeah.
all kind of in a circle. And in front of you, in the middle of the circle, is this giant wicker statue engulfed in flames. And that's where we're going to roll out of today's episode.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of pieces, Dan.
Yeah, it is. It is. With your role-playing moments and this specific event, it was a triggering moment.
Just
And
thought of it.
with the strength of the necklace and this happening, it's you kind of wondering if like the necklace is trying to connect with you somehow, like getting back with you. But Craig, we're definitely gonna do the fighting pit next week because I have a lot of plans for you, buddy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we have Miki still talking to, I think I forgot. I had to write his name down.
Lawrence Wigginsworth or something.
I'm
we
gonna
gotta get
know.
Oz to the dead.
And then Oz, the City of the Dead. So there's going to be a lot to do next week, which I'm so excited about. But again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a fun episode. I really enjoyed it. Again, even though there's no combat, I mean, this is the part where things really are kind of coming together and people are making their own decisions. So feel free to check us out on TikTok, Instagram. We're getting more and more followers with Instagram, right, Kimarie? Like, we're really building up on that.
Yes, indeed.
With YouTube, we still have to upload a lot of these videos. It does take a lot of time, so please be patient with us. Feel free to refer to the Twitch channel for now for previous videos for this one, and then we'll work on the YouTube videos in the future. But we love you very much. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is Roll or
Roleplay.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Roar.
Bye, everyone.